What up, LakersNation? You're here with your boy Kareem, aka Mr. 100 Likes. How you guys doing? Wow. Let's get to it. Let's get to it, man. First and foremost, I'm gonna give everybody a shout out who've been showing me love. Appreciate all you guys who've been rocking with me. I really appreciate that. And also I want to give an apology to Baller's Life. Someone was trolling me yesterday. I thought it was him, but they said that's this other guy that wasn't him trolling me yesterday and took me out of character some. So Baller's Life, I apologize for that, bro. But this is why I like my guys who rock with me, who support me, right? Now, before I get to the Westbrook thing, it's tied into it, right? I did the video yesterday, responding to Trevor Lane video, and what Trevor Lane was basically saying about Westbrook, and so we were just vibing, talking. Then a troll came and really was going at me, calling me Beaver Report, talking about my jury, this going crazy, this for no reason, this coming at me crazy, and then was trying to reflect on what I was saying, just going against everything I'm saying, just because, just trolling. And he also, I see what he was doing. He was trying to get me to talk about homie from the other channel. I'm not going to mention his name, but he was trying to get me to say negative stuff about homie from the other channel. Which, like I said, I'm past that. I'm done with that. No need for me to say anything else about that. You know what I mean? But I see what he was doing. He didn't get the response he wanted from that. So, like I said, he's going against everything I was saying with about Russ. And then he tried to say facts are stats. Like that's homie line. And everybody who follow me know I don't agree with stats. It's facts. Like it's some tell some of the story, but the eye test, I believe in the overall process of things. So he kept trying to say, "Oh, stats are fact," but he was saying Westbrook is trash, this, that, and the third. Because I'm defending Westbrook. He just saying these things just to get at me. Westbrook trash and all this stuff there, and just keep going in on Westbrook while I'm just making a point. And he's saying stats are fact. And then I'm gonna give a shout out to my man Herm. Herm said, "Okay, if stats are fact, how Westbrook is trash then?" Yo, that joint ran him right out the room. That shit ran him right out. And I appreciate Herm for that, man, because you know what I'm saying? It killed his whole, everything he was saying, it killed everything, because Westbrook got good stats. You know what I mean? At least solid stats. So I appreciate Herm, Jordan Smith, and everybody else who was who went back at him, with his bullshit he was saying. You know what I'm saying? But this is like a retell of the trade with the Westbrook thing, about Westbrook going to Utah. And he said that Utah wouldn't do it. I just want to get more further details about that. That's why I ain't distracted. He said Westbrook and a second round pick for Conley and Royce O'Neal. So he was like, oh, him and the little guy Sean Davis was like, no, Utah would never take that. They'd never take that. And the little guy was like, I will run the Utah office real fast to accept that deal. Like, these guys really, to me, don't really know much about basketball. Like I said, I like Trevor Lane. I support him. You know what I mean? Subscribe, hit the like button. I support him. But he said he'll run it. Like, it's like no matter what trade it is, it's like we always have to throw picks and a whole bunch of stuff. It's like Westbrook is nothing. Trevor Lane said only way Utah would do that, just because of salary, production wise, they wouldn't get anything from Russ. Like, and mind you, and he had people starting to believe this, because sometimes when people follows people become, follows a person, then sometimes they don't think that they own, and like, oh, this guy got real basketball credentials. What he say is golden, and he say that, and I never understood that, because Russ is better than Mike Conley and Royce O'Neal. Always been better. And if he's on Utah, he would give them more production what Conley gave them. He more health. Conley stay hurt. He's bigger, stronger. He give them much more production than what Conley would give them, and with much more production what Royce O'Neal give them. Royce O'Neal is a decent defender. He's not no lockdown defender, but they could always, let's say if they was, I wouldn't do that deal, but let's say if they was to do that deal, they could replace Royce O'Neal. They have Westbrook basically replacing Conley, and Royce O'Neal, you could get Josh Jackson for the biannual exception. What's that around? I think $3.6 million the biannual exception. They get Josh Jackson to replace Royce O'Neal. Josh Jackson is better, a little bit taller, more athletic, better all the way around the board. Much better player than Royce O'Neal. So my thing is this: them saying that now, if Utah doing a total rebuild, that's the way you want to go, where you got a guy on 1 year left on his contract where $47 million disappears from your cap. That's what you would want. And not only that, Russ will produce, and Donovan would like that. Now you're bringing another name player, another guy that done it big at this NBA level. Now you say Donovan and Russ in the backcourt. Russ didn't stop Bradley Beal from getting his. Bradley Beal played well with Russ. Then you have the big man Gobert. That will give them, I think that will at least buy them another year together without breaking Donovan and Gobert up. Because Russ going to put up way better numbers, going to produce way more than Mike Conley is. Way more aggressive. Conley not aggressive. He will do way more than that. You can always tell when somebody peers speak on him. Bradley Beal speak highly of Russ. Washington was struggling the first half of the season with COVID. They had a lot of missed games. It was real bad for Washington. They was one of the best teams from I think January, February, and they made a hell of a run, made the playoffs. You know what I mean? And they won a game, one playoff game. You know, it's still won a game though. They didn't get swept. But the point I'm making is Russ proved time and time again he's a good player. Just that it's just a bad situation. That happens to a lot of players that been put in bad situations. Their numbers or things struggle. Look when Kevin Love went to Cleveland. Everybody like, oh my, he was like nothing compared to when he was in Minnesota. You know what I mean? These things happen. Sometimes, especially when it come to big three, somebody gonna suffer. But you know what I mean? He had his downfall, Russ, yes he did. But I just think that the media and most of the Lakers fan base is being very unfair because this man been through a lot of stuff that a lot of players couldn't take. So you really got to give him. He stood there. He played every game. His wife took some hits and nonsense thrown at her, death threats. He took a lot, and he still played. Here it is. You have Ben Simmons. Where the only thing the coach said was, "I'm not sure I could win with Ben Simmons." And Joel B spoke on exactly the turning points of the game, which he wasn't lying. He people don't listen to the whole interview. He said the turning point when the team just went down and like sunk their ship when Ben didn't shoot that layup and he passed it to Thibault. And he even said, I made a lot of turnovers and stuff. People don't listen to the whole interview. But Ben, here's a guy who played all year because he couldn't take it. So you got to give Russ some credit. You know what I mean? I'm defending Russ because at the end of the day, if we going against him like that and LakersNation feel there's no way we could bring him back, they could be acceptable to a bad deal. That's one thing we don't want because with a guy like Russ, we could get 9 times out of 10, going to have to get, if it's not a John Wall trade, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get 2 to 3 players for Westbrook. And we cannot just blow it, take bad contracts or bad players and things like that. And like I said, I will give people shout outs to people. I'm not comparing the shows, but a lot of people's like, Kareem, I like you on Elder Show. You know, they like the whole structure of it. You know, our platform is much smaller than Trevor Lane. You know, you have to have real basketball takes. And the first thing Trevor Lane thinking is, first thing he goes to 3-point shooting. If you're not a 3-point shooter, he forget everything else about you. You know what I mean? So it's like I remember every time we signed the player, the first time when we signed Ariza, oh, he shot this from 3. Signed Wayne Ellington, he shot this from 3. Bazemore shot this from the 3. Nunn shot this from the 3. Monk shot this from 3. Carmelo shot this from the 3. That's the first thing comes out of his mouth. But you have to realize the game 3-point shooting is a 3-point shot is a low percentage shot. It's very low percentage shot, and it's not an easy shot to make, for one, and two, I wouldn't be focused on what somebody see. That's where they get jammed up, because a guy like Ellington and a guy like Joe Harris, you run a defender on them, especially in the playoff series, they can't do anything. They can't do nothing. Opposed to you have someone who got some wiggle with them, could get past the defender like Chris Paul, mid-range shot, Brandon Ingram, Tatum, these guys like that. Even to a lesser degree, and not just the star players. Even you got some role players who good and who could mid-range you to death. You know what I mean? Guys who just not relying on just shooting a whole bunch of 3-point shots. So that's what I'm saying. It's a low percentage shot, and you can see as these players are playoff trending, and not just this beginning of basketball. You know what I mean? You will love a guy who can get his own shot in that mid-range. It's crazy. That's why Sean Livingston ate. Steph, Clay, they was the 3-point, the Splash Brothers shooting threes. Sean Livingston, he knew his game. Bop, 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 mid-range. He was killing on that mid-range. And he was very effective with Golden State. And you're going to have success if you got a good, nice little pull-up shot. So that's what I'm saying. It's very misleading what he's saying. And then not only that, it hurt the fan base, because now the fans feel, I don't care, just get rid of him. Like, you cannot go into any negotiations like that. And one thing I know, and reason why I'm real hell-bent on supporting Russ, and I know my channel is not a big platform, but I know I've been a Laker fan for years. The Lakers, one thing you can say about the Lakers, I don't know about other fan base, but the Laker fan base, the Lakers management always listen to the noise. They always try to go at the big name players, and they always listen to outside noise. Jeannie, she be affected by that. She feel like, oh, they saying that we got to get it done. It's like they want to please their fan base, which is cool, but you have to be smart about it. Just because you're a fan, that don't make the decision is right. You know, and that's the thing, and that's what scares me. Because this is crucial. This Russell Westbrook, whatever move we make with him is crucial. Because if we're going to bring players and they contract past 23, where we could just say, all right, fuck it. Let's just let's just let he air out in 23 and get his cap space. And next year we're gonna have tons of money. If let's just say if we get everybody on the 1-year deal that's coming in, the guys we bring in, because gonna have like 7 spots. Whoever come in, we do no more than 1-year deals. And let's just say we run it back with Russ, hypothetically speaking, and Braun, the free agent, all these free agents. We're gonna have 2 guys on the books, and that's THT and AD. We have a boatload of cap space. So it's options you could do. But when a fan base get like that, it makes it toxic. And like I said, I support Trevor Lane and things like that. I would love to get on the show and break down the game with him, because it's like he got his mind made up. Russ, to me, it bothered me when he sat there and said the Jazz wouldn't be getting any production out of Russell Westbrook. This man averaged 18, 8, and 8. And I see him cap for guys who barely could do anything. He talk about some guys like they best thing sliced cheese. And like I said, I'm not just stats. It's facts, but stats does play a part to with it. But when you don't like someone, any little thing, you like this. I seen Westbrook had good games. They're like, yeah, but he almost blew the game for us when it was 1:39 left on the clock when he shot that dumb shot. It's like I seen when he had good games, and people point out the Lewis thing. Yeah, we almost lost that game because like we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? We cannot do that. So I definitely want. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Continue supporting me. You know, like I said, one supporter worth more than 1,000 subscribers. So just continue rocking with me, and I continue doing my part. Like, subscribe. Let's get the likes up. Let your boy get to 100 likes. Peace.